Okay, so in this lecture, we'll see the map function of the array looping. Okay, I think you already have a basic concept of the map function, but if you don't have any idea about it, so I'll show you like how it works. The main purpose of this lecture is for you to learn how we can use the map function in JSX elements and how powerful it is for the rendering of the information in JSX elements. So first of all, we'll revise the map function. Okay, so the syntax of map function is Array.map. So basically, we have three arguments in Array.map. The first argument is the current value. The current value is like when we have an array and we're doing a loop on it. So the value we're getting from each loop is the current value. The second argument is index. So what is the index argument? If we're doing a loop on the array and did our first loop, so our index will be 0. This is how we can get a track of the index of the array through this argument. So the third argument is of array. So suppose we're making arrays and we do the mapping of the arrays. And if we lose the track of the arrays, this array has the track on which the array we're looping on. This argument works when you have more than one array and we're looping on them. So if we want to know on which array we're looping, we use this argument. Alright, so I reviewed the concept on how this array.map works. So that's what we just reviewed together. I'll now show you how to implement and how to use it in JSX elements. Okay, so first of all, we'll make an array. Then we'll input the information of people in this array and then we'll render it here. So we are making an array with the name array and we're going to make objects in this array. So now we're making the first object in which we'll put the name of first person, John. We'll write his expertise, front-end developer, and his experience, 3 years. So our object has John. Okay, so this is created. Okay, we'll make another object in which we'll name, we'll call it like Mark. We'll write his expertise, back-end developer, and his experience, 4 years. So the third object name would be Sarah, expertise, DevOps, engineer, and experience, 6 years. Okay, so our array has been made in which we have like 3 objects, and in these objects we have different information. Okay, now we'll try to render the data of every person in JSX element through looping. So to do that, we'll take the h1 tag in which we'll write personal information. Now we'll check our server and yes, it's working. So now we'll make a map function, and as we are using JavaScript, that's why we'll have to use expression. Okay, so to do that, we'll make an array and we'll use map function in it. If we have to render h1, okay, so if it will loop like 1 time, then we'll get the object. In the object, we need the name property, so we'll try to access the name through object. Okay, so we had to put the h1 tag outside, so we'll remove it from here, and now we'll check if it can access it or not. So it's still showing errors, apparently, yeah, like we have to return the value. Okay, so when a function is made, then we always have to return the value. Now, as you can see, it's showing us John, Mark, and Sarah. When it loops the first time, we get John, Mark, and Sarah. And when it loops the second time, then we will get Mark. It will keep on looping till we don't get the end of the array. So if we remove it and write expertise, then we are getting expertise. If we write experience, then you can see that we start getting experience. So this was the basic concept on how you loop the array through map function and can be rendering the elements here. Okay, I hope you got the basic concept of how all of this works. You can display the information and how, I hope you understood how you can display the information with the help of the map function. Alright, and now on to the next lecture.